the border. They are not true asylum petitions. They are economic migrants.
This isn't about a true asylum. This is about getting to the United States. This is about being released. This is about failing to leave the country as ordered by the courts. They'll hide out, be a fugitive for a few years, waiting for the next amnesty, waiting for the next DACA. All these families coming across now, that's your next DACA. This is about the truth. You want to tell American people the truth, these people simply don't qualify for asylum. At least 9 out of 10 won't. That's the numbers over the last 10 years. This is asylum fraud. And why they're clogging the system up with all this fraud, we got real people in the world. They really are asylees. They really are escaping fear and persecution from the home government, and they're sitting in the back seat. So we got to fix it. We got to raise that initial bar at the border when they get that first interview. The threshold of proof has to be the same it is if they show up in court.
And then you've got the intel guy that says, hey, look, the demographics of this group has changed. It used to be kids and family members. Now it's adult males. And so 65% of it's adult males.
Last few months or so, Martha, the cartels have decided to start pushing massive amounts of Chinese nationals across the border right here in the Jacumba area. This is a random, remote area about an hour east of San Diego. We're standing right off a major interstate right now. This is Interstate 8 right to our left here. So everybody driving by to our left, if they look up on the mountain, all the locals out here, that's what they're going to see. So it is a very bizarre scene.
Indeed. And, you know, what's your sense of how these California border officials feel about the fact that the action is shifting even more dramatically into their sector?
They're not surprised whatsoever. Every Border Patrol agent we've talked to says if you take a strict posture, you're going to get results from it. And look at what Texas has done over the last couple of months. They've essentially locked down in Eagle Pass. Eagle Pass used to be the most busy part of the border. Back in December, they were getting between 3,000 and 4,000 illegal crossings per day. Now they're lucky if they get 30 or 40 in a day. All those shipping containers taking over the park, kicking the federal government out, putting the National Guard there. It has created an unwelcoming posture to the migrants.
I'm all for legal migration. I don't support people coming in and crossing the river and staying here in the United States. I think those people should be sent back immediately because it's not fair for the people that do it the right way.
I mean, California, sanctuary state, offering all sorts of benefits to illegal immigrants, including at the start of this year, became the only state in the country to start offering health care, taxpayer-funded health care to illegal immigrants. So it's really not a surprise that a lot of them would start flocking this way.
So today we're going to meet with Sheriff Wilmot. All right, Sheriff, where are we going?
Well, we hit the remote part first.
So they want to get caught.
Oh yeah, they're it's what we call give-ups. These are individuals that claim an asylum because they're coming from a country of violence. But what I would find down here is all these identification cards and passports. I picked all these up myself.
Just in the dirt out here?
Just on the ground. And we might find some again today. But see, these are individuals that have fled countries of violence, then gone to another country, been allowed to stay there. That's what a lot of these green ones are. They've been allowed to reside in those countries and work and live. But that's not what their original intent was. Their original intent was to get through that country to get to the United States. So they discard their passports, their ID cards, and they portray themselves as somebody different from their original country of violence. So it's a game. This is just a small snapshot of what I've picked up down here as far as passports.
If you're from Venezuela, right? Let me try to walk through this, right? You come over, you come up through Mexico, right? You want to discard your passport before you come over?
Yeah, because everything's given to you here. So here's where the fencing ends, and this is the tribal land, as you can see. So you have the Kokopah tribal land, which is sacred, sovereign land. You get some border challenge coins. Look, right here. See what I was telling you about? They tossed their money. So this is all money. They know when they get here, they're going to be able to...
Here's a euro.
Yeah, so...
Look at that.
Go ahead and pick them up. So
what coins have you seen? Like, what are the most far out there coins?
Well, I'm waiting to find something from Russia. Well, you missed a bunch. But you see right here? They tear up their IDs. They're still doing it.
Okay.
They'll tear up their identification card because they don't want to get caught. There's some more right there. See, look. You're missing a lot of money.
More euros? This is crazy.
Here's some more right here, look. See, more IDs tore apart.
Okay, so they
Now,
just
if you
clip,
put this
they clip
together-
the IDs.
See, if you put this together, it'll have all the information you need.
So why do they do it right on the border? Why don't they just do it like way in there?
Lord only knows. All of this is just covered in trash, this whole area. But luckily an NGO came along and cleaned it up because they knew senators were coming. And because the senators are coming, you got to sanitize before they get here to make it look like there's not really a big issue.
Because you come here now and you're like, yeah, there's no issue. There's no one trying to get over.
Yeah.
But you're saying it pulses. Like you have the tent set up there. You had a big rush here. Now it's somewhere else.
Now it's moved.
We had the guy that we ran into down there, obviously.
Yeah.
This guy's got a full ID here.
Oh, look, there's all kinds of them right here.
This guy's from China.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have these electeds, and all you hear is, we need to fix our immigration. We need to fix our immigration laws, right? Why don't we have a change in the immigration laws? Because they can't get together on it. So what do? They create a crisis to take your mind off of the fact that they can't do their job.
What's the crisis?
Immigration.
Here's another euro.
Oh, cool.
Did you ever see as many euros down here? Euro coins?
Oh, I've
or is
got-
that a new thing?
No, oh, look, there's a whole ID. Nigeria? Where's that one?
Peru.
Peru. Oh, look, more.
Jesus.
See, they don't.
So do they find it easier over here, obviously?
Well, yeah, you can walk right across here. Look, here's some more. It's blowing right at you.
It's snowing currency.
You know how much?
Too bad this isn't worth anything.
Well, over there it is. What was that right there?
Yeah. Here we got a Cuba.
We're going to work on your powers of observation. I feel bad for the rest of the country because we're all going to have to deal with this. Your community is going to pay the price for what this administration is doing on not enforcing the rule of law. The bottom line is, to enter this country legally, you have to go to a port of entry. Claim asylum at a port of entry. That is the law. I get the fact that a lot of the politicians don't like the immigration law. Well, fix it and change it. But until then, you need to enforce the rule of law. It worked. And the people of this country need to understand that this is coming into their backyard. This person's going to be in their backyard under a different name, and you don't know what kind of criminal history this guy's got. I've run into doctors, I've run into lawyers from different countries down here, I've run into school teachers. They're straight up with you on why they're coming here. But then you have the others that don't want to be identified and why. What kind of crimes has he done in that country that he fled? That's a question that anybody in public safety would want to know. But yet, because of the policies of this administration, we're probably never going to know until it's too late, because somebody's going to get hurt. Yeah, but you know who this ain't fair to? Is the ones that are going through the process legally and still waiting. This is not helping them at all. But yet they're going through the legal motions and they're just being pushed aside because of this. Remember, every one of these persons that are coming in and impacting our resources are now going into the interior of the United States. They're coming to your neighborhood, they're coming to your county, and it's going to be, it's no longer a border crisis, it's a nation crisis.